Honestly, you're that tired, Charlie? Don't play with my top. I like my top the way it is, not wrecked. Let me see any damage you've done. No, you leave the threads alone. You leave the threads alone, my baby. You leave them? Anyway. Oh, okay. Right. Now this is a senior clinical nurse specialist in CAMS. Okay, Miss Duncan Jordan. Duncan Jordan has reported the following from her session with Rachel on 19th of June 2006. Rachel asked Miss Duncan, you good boy, Miss Duncan, what did I say? Jordan, whether she was mad. Apparently, her mother when drunk would blame Rachel for things that had not happened. Yes, leaving Rachel in a confused state, not knowing what was real. Hell yes. I had no idea what was real. I thought, because my mum always denied it literally the next day after it happened, I thought I was imagining it every night. Yeah. I don't know if I ever actually admitted this to Cams, but I tried to kill myself when I was 9. Yeah. I jumped off of a wall at the end of the garden, and I planned on getting my stomach caught in these barbed wire that was tied between the wall and the tree, but it didn't work because I chickened out at the last step, and so it just scraped up my stomach and it stuck in my arm. Yay! Don't know if you can... Ugh. This camera is so bad with scars. There you go. See that there? Ugh. This is no good for you being able to see. But there you go. Scar from when I was 9. It's in a heart shape, see? Because it went like that and it ripped up. I had gas in there. Ah, gas in there. Okay. She talked a little about being left alone in the evenings whilst her mother went out drinking. Rachel also told me she would hide away in the cupboard in her bedroom. If her mother had hit her earlier in the day because she knew that if she had been hit once she would be hit again on Mum's return. She would sometimes put herself to bed. However, the majority of time she would wait for her mother to come home so that she knew that her mother was safe. On one occasion when she had gone to bed, her mother had woken covered in blood. There you go. Woken covered in blood as she had fallen down the stairs and needed Rachel to phone an ambulance to take her to hospital. There you go. Rachel told me that on many occasions when her mother came home drunk, Rachel would be hit, bitten or pushed around. However, pushed around? It was such a child way of thinking. She'd push me around. Why are you tweeting? My little tweeter. Anyway, what are we doing now? Oh, gorgeous boy. Oh, very gorgeous boy. You're good for me. Sorry. Yeah. Just around. However, Rachel made it clear to me that when her mother was sober, she would be the best mother in the world. Rachel became very tearful when she talked about what she would want now. She said that what needed to happen was a miracle, and although she did not want to live with her mother, she wanted her father to take her back to the family home where she could be with the other animals, who had been the biggest comfort to her throughout her ordeal. That was so true. Oh gosh, it says I got tearful there, and then I read that and I was like, yeah. You guys are it actually, aren't you? I have no reason to live except for the fact that I have a load of animals around me. so annoying. Because the first thing that comes into my head is, I'll get rid of the animals, and then I won't have any reason at all to live. But I'd be scared that the next owner wouldn't take very good care of the animals. Which makes it harder, doesn't it? It makes it harder. No one will be able to teach you your little toilet roll trick. Or your kitchen roll trick, that's more impressive. No. Would anyone be able to take care of you? Do they know that you're in the midst of learning the word hello? Would they remember to say it properly? Would they take care of your tail feathers properly, because I know they're still in a bad state? My beautiful baby. That isn't biting, by the way, nibbles. My beautiful baby. You've got big long eyelashes. Why do you have feathers for eyelashes? Okay. Right. This is with, let's call her, oh god, I'll just have to use her name, Rachel Baker, because her name's Rachel, okay? I'll keep forgetting. Pastoral worker. So she was in my school. You have to see him as well. He's the important part of this. He's the important part of this video. My snuggle. My snuggles. Rachel has built up a good and trusting relationship with Miss Baker, and due to this was reluctant to break confidence, which may upset this relationship. Miss Baker, however, did reveal that Rachel had disclosed physical abuse from her mother, which is consistent with the accounts given in both the joint interview and with Helen Duncan Jordan from CAMS. Miss Baker said it was her opinion Rachel was not fabricating these allegations. Someone believed me! Someone believed me! Actually believed me! This lighting makes it so that my makeup is odd if I just sat like that. Yeah, someone believed me. Miss Baker also discussed Rachel's performance at school as being blah 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 very good, and that she is a very bright girl, however often presents as much older in her years. Why does it say however? Surely that's a good thing. Now I just present much younger. Okay. What's common assault? Something just happens quite a bit. Child cruelty. So it's not physical abuse, it's cruelty. Does sexual abuse count as child cruelty? I bet they wouldn't charge them for that. But it would be called exactly what it was. Can you say hello? Hello? Can you say hello? Hello? Can you try? Johnny? Hello? Anyway, with Mrs. K. Clark. Mrs. Clark, this is my auntie, discussed the past and present situation regarding Rachel. Mrs. Clark said that her concern for Rachel at this time is that Rachel feels that need to care for her mother, and feels that she is letting her down by not being there, and also with the criminal investigation that is currently being undertaken by the police. Mrs. Clark said that it was present on the evening. Said that she was present on the evening 26th of January 2006, and states that Rachel was terrified. That's the day that I left my mum, January 2006. That's the evening I left my mum. And I had agreed to meet up with my Auntie Kay. At some point I'll explain to you the whole story. But basically, the minute I was running out the house, I saw my mum come after me. I was told to wait for Auntie Kay at the co-op. I knew my mum was coming, so I looked around the corner. I saw my mum speaking to this woman called Julie. Julie came up and pretended like she hadn't talked to my mother because she didn't realise that I saw, and I pretended that I hadn't noticed, and she said, "Oh, you look very cold, what are you doing out here at this time of night?" Tried to wrap a coat around me. I said, no, I'm fine, no, I'm fine. I started to panic. I said, "Look, I saw you speaking to my mother." She wrapped the coat around me and tightened it so that I couldn't run away, but then just at that second, Auntie Kay pulled up and she got out her car, and I wriggled, and my god, I can wriggle when I want to get away. And yeah, normally when I want to get away, I will get away. It was a bit of a shock last year when I was restrained for the blood test, like, what? I can't get away from these people, there's too many! But it took 8 of them. But yeah, probably more, I don't remember, but at least that many. But yeah, and I just remember running over to my Auntie Kay and clasping her around the stomach and just screaming at her, "Please don't make me go back, please don't make me go back," blah blah blah. Yeah. So that's what she means when she says I was terrified. Yeah, anyway. Mrs. Clark is concerned about her potential mental anguish that Mrs. Wellman may cause Rachel, and that Rachel has already been greatly upset by her mother telling her of the suicide attempts she made, and that she will get rid of the animals and possibly even go to prison, referring to the allegations that Rachel has made as if she would go into prison. And Mrs. Clark said that Rachel has told her that she often hid from her mother when she had been drinking to avoid getting hit. Why don't they just use the word being? Why don't they ever just say being rather than getting? I hate the words get. Or got. Mrs. Clark said that she would have concern should Rachel return to her mother's care. Welfare checklist. I don't know what that is. I've met Rachel on two occasions alone, and have observed her in the company of each of her parents. It is my opinion that Rachel is able to express her wishes and feelings in accordance with her age. However, consideration should be given to the difficult position that Rachel finds herself in regards to feeling guilt towards her mother. Rachel has appeared changeable with regards to where she wants to live, and has stated that she feels torn. You know what, I think all these tearings, I think eventually I tore into half, because I was a completely different personality, and then around this time, where they say I was torn an awful lot, or I was split into 3, I started to change, because back then I felt guilt towards my mother. Now, I feel anger. I feel so much anger. I feel guilty about other things. Hell yeah, I hate myself, I despise myself, but I don't hate myself for that. I am angry. I am furiously angry. Just a second, I need to return to my own body rather than the computer screen for a second. Yeah, I'm angry. I am angry. Please don't crap on my hand, that's horrible. Thank you. Yeah, anyway, Rachel has reservations about living with her father, as she did not like Caroline, her father's partner. This relationship, however, has now finished. It continued again afterwards. Rachel remains greatly concerned about her animals if she does not return to her mother's care. She manipulated me. Rachel is clear that she does not want to stop seeing her mother and would like to see more of her. It's because I was around my mum when I said it. Her physical, emotional and educational needs, blah blah blah. Rachel attends Branksome Heath Middle School in Poole. Rachel is described as keen and bright pupil. However, Rachel has appeared frustrated by a change of school due to the curriculum being slightly more advanced in Portland. Rachel appears physically well, though her weight goes up and down. No specialist input has been requested for the purpose of this report. Then I think so. This is when I was... This is before my eating disorder, because I was 10 or 11, and mine didn't start till I was in year 7, and I stopped eating lunch. And this was about, what, year 5 or 6? Yeah. That's why my physical health was all good. Concerns have been raised with regards to Rachel's emotional well-being by Helen Duncan Jordan, CAMS, who stated that the effect of Rachel's past has had a profound effect on this young girl, and that Rachel clearly blames herself for the current situation. Did I blame myself? Well, it was my fault for the situation, but I don't feel guilty about it anymore, although then I did. I feel guilt towards my father. I shouldn't have ever spoken up, because now my dad has a crappy job and no home, and he'll come back living here anyway, losing weight and, you know, dying and everything. But, dying. Oh, I'm such a drama queen, I'm not dying. I just want to. I'm gorgeous. I don't want to die, I just don't want to live. It's completely opposite. Anyway. Hello. Can you say hello? Anyway. I'm going to move on to part 4.